Many men over the age of 50 experience something that quietly disrupts their sleep every night. They fall asleep peacefully, but a few hours later, they suddenly wake up with a strong urge to urinate. They walk to the bathroom, return to bed, and try to sleep again. But before long, the same thing happens again. For some men, this happens 2 times a night. For others, it can happen 4, even 5 times. Most people assume this is simply a normal part of aging. But in many cases, the body may actually be sending an important signal that should not be ignored. One of the most common reasons behind this problem is a condition known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, often called prostate enlargement. This condition becomes more common as men grow older, and millions of men experience its effects without fully understanding what is happening inside their bodies. To understand why this affects urination, we first need to understand the role of the prostate gland. The prostate is a small gland found only in men. It sits just below the bladder and surrounds the urethra, the narrow tube that carries urine out of the body. In younger men, the prostate is usually about the size of a walnut, and it does not interfere with the flow of urine. However, as men age, this gland often begins to slowly grow larger. This enlargement is usually not cancer. In most cases, it is simply a natural change that happens with age. But as the prostate grows, it begins to press against the urethra and the base of the bladder. Because of this pressure, urine cannot pass through the urethra as easily as before. The bladder must work harder to push urine through the narrowed passage. A simple way to understand this is to imagine a garden hose carrying water. When the hose is open and clear, water flows smoothly. But if someone steps on the hose, the water still flows just more slowly and with less pressure. The same thing happens when the prostate presses against the urethra. The flow of urine becomes weaker, and the bladder must work harder to empty. Over time, this extra pressure changes the way the bladder behaves. The bladder may become more sensitive, sending signals to the brain even when it holds only a small amount of urine. Because of this, a man may suddenly feel the need to urinate more frequently than before. During the day, this can be inconvenient, but at night, the problem often becomes much more noticeable. Many men with prostate enlargement develop a condition called Nocturia. This simply means waking up multiple times during sleep to urinate. Instead of enjoying deep, uninterrupted rest, the body keeps waking up again and again. The symptoms of prostate enlargement usually develop slowly. At first, a man may notice that his urine stream is weaker than it used to be. It may take longer to start urinating. Sometimes the flow may stop and start again. Some men feel as though the bladder never completely empties. Others experience a sudden and urgent need to go to the bathroom, especially during the night. Frequent nighttime urination does more than interrupt sleep. Over time, poor sleep can lead to fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating during the day. Sleep plays an important role in heart health, brain function, and the immune system. When sleep is repeatedly interrupted, it can gradually affect overall well-being. Certain daily habits can also make nighttime urination worse. Drinking large amounts of fluids in the evening, especially tea, coffee, or caffeinated drinks, can increase urine production during the night. Alcohol can also irritate the bladder, increasing the urge to urinate. Some medications may have a similar effect. For example, medicines known as diuretics help the body remove excess fluid, which can lead to more frequent urination. The good news is that prostate enlargement is extremely common, and in many cases, it can be managed successfully. Simple lifestyle changes can make a meaningful difference. Reducing fluids a few hours before bedtime, limiting caffeine later in the day, and maintaining a healthy weight can all help reduce nighttime symptoms. Doctors may also prescribe medications that relax the prostate muscles or reduce the size of the gland, allowing urine to flow more easily. The most important step is awareness. Many men silently accept frequent nighttime urination as a normal part of aging. But understanding the cause can lead to better treatment and better sleep. Your body often sends signals long before a health problem becomes serious. Learning to recognize these signals is one of the most important steps toward protecting your health. And if you found this information helpful, consider subscribing to Golden Rest Guide. Because here we share simple science-based guidance designed to help older adults sleep better, stay healthier, and enjoy more peaceful nights.